Hey everyone, the most famous must be On the Last Communist, a film written and directed by Amir Muhammad. According to reports, the film is a documentary that roadmaps the small towns where Chin Peng, the leader of the long-defunct Malayan Communist Party, lived and fought against the British. Brief summary. This documentary is all about Chin Peng, and this documentary follows the chronological order of Chin Peng. The whole documentary explains his journey that he has gone through and how he became the national leader of communists against the British. He was one of the members of Communism Fight for Malaysia. In this documentary, the people interviewed talking about him and his contribution to Malaya. Malaysian censorship. Malaysia's cinemas, facilitated by self-censorship and state censorship, whereby suppressive state measures such as Internal Security Act serve to maintain a general atmosphere of repression in which filmmakers avoid portraying current social realities that might be deemed sensitive to national unity or critical of the government. Even some films that seem to convey a straightforward message can be read subversively to yield a social critique of race, class and gender in the 1990s. It was originally passed by the censor board without, it has to be said, any cuts. In fact, special branch officers were given a screening of it. And then 2 weeks before it was opened at cinema, something happened. A Malay newspaper published a series of articles denouncing the film as a glorification of communism. Even the Minister of Culture, Arts and Heritage felt the film should not be banned. He said the film was not offensive. It was not about the struggle of Chin Peng. Chin Peng doesn't even appear in the movie, not even a photograph of him was shown. To prove his point, the minister arranged for a special screening of the film and invited members of parliament to view it. Many felt afterwards there was absolutely nothing to change all the hoo-ha that had been generated, but that didn't change the Home Minister's mind. Independent. Many attribute the start of the movement to Amir Muhammad. According to Amir, his first film in 2000, Lips to Lips, was so bad that everyone started to think they could make a better film. The film's supposedly bad qualities did not prevent it from being invited to numerous film festivals around the world. Aided by the rise of digital cameras and cheap video editing facilities, other Malaysian filmmakers started making movies, allowing new kinds of stories that were not dictated by market forces and mass popularity, according to Malaysian film reviewer Alan Coe, who has been a close observer of the scene. While Malays dominate the screen culture of most mainstream Malaysian films, these independent films feature the other ethnic groups living in Malaysia. For example, Deepak Menon's Dancing Bells focuses on Kuala Lumpur's Tamil community in Brickfields, while Ho Yu Hang's Sanctuary portrays members of the Chinese minority. These new films show Malaysia in a different light. Most of these stories have deep societal concerns and showed a side of Malaysia that few have seen before. There is also the kampung or village atmosphere embedded amongst Malaysian filmmakers. Few of these independent films receive help from the film board in Malaysia, as the films do not use Malay as their main language. Besides difficulties in getting financing from the Malaysian government, there are other obstacles. Some films have also been banned. Amir Muhammad has had 3 of his films banned in Malaysia and expects his next film, Malaysian Gods, to be released in September to face the same fate. Despite the recent success of Malaysian independent movies, it remains to be seen if the movement can sustain itself. There were some who thought the international interest in Malaysian films was just a trend that would not last. So this may be the challenge for the Malaysian filmmakers to prove that they do have something substantial to contribute to cinema and not just a momentary flash of interest, says Alan. Nonetheless, the scene is still burgeoning. Film programmers and critics are keeping a close watch on developments in Malaysia as it continues to produce some of the most exciting and incisive cinema in the region. Hybrid, The Last Communist, 2006, directed by Amir Muhammad, a hybrid documentary that combines music and song to create a startling original film about Chin Peng, the last leader of the Communist Party of Malaysia.